There's something really special about horror. It's easy for people outside the genre to dismiss it as just gore and jump scares. But if you're someone who actually loves horror, you know it's so much more than that. Horror isn't just about getting scared, it's about feeling something deeply. It's about sitting in the dark, heart racing, and leaning into the things we're usually told to avoid: death, grief, trauma, isolation, the unknown. And weirdly enough, there's something really comforting about that. Horror lets us explore the hardest parts of life through stories that are intense, yes, but also strangely cathartic.
What?
Think about it. When you watch a horror movie or read a creepy novel, you're willingly choosing to enter a world full of danger and darkness, but on your terms. You're safe. You can pause it, close the book, step away if you need to. And there's power in that. In a world where so much feels unpredictable and out of our control, horror gives us a way to process fear with boundaries. It's a space where the monsters can be confronted, even if they don't always get defeated. And sometimes the scariest things aren't even the supernatural ones. Sometimes it's the grief, the loneliness, the way people break under pressure. Horror taps into those raw emotions better than almost any other genre, and that's what makes it so human.
Popcorn?
Popcorn? Is that your favorite?
Uh-huh.
Mine too.
You can see this emotional power in some of the most beloved horror films of all time. Take The Exorcist, for example. It's not just about a girl possessed by a demon, it's about a mother's helplessness, a priest's crisis of faith, and the terrifying possibility that evil does exist in the world. Or look at The Shining. Yes, it's got ghosts and blood and madness, but what really stays with you is the feeling of isolation, of watching someone unravel in slow motion. And Get Out? That film hit like a cultural earthquake. It was terrifying, yes, but it was also smart, timely, and brutally honest about racism hiding beneath politeness.
Well,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
Even more recent films like Hereditary and The Babadook have shown us how horror can be devastating and beautiful at the same time. Those movies are about grief more than anything else, about how loss can tear people apart and how the things we don't talk about can grow into monsters. And let's not forget Halloween. What made Michael Myers so scary wasn't just the mask or the knife, it was the randomness. The idea that evil doesn't always need a reason. That's the kind of horror that crawls under your skin and stays there.
oh, God!
Oh, no. Oh, touch it.
What's also amazing is how horror adapts to the times. It's a genre that listens. Whatever we're afraid of, politically, culturally, existentially, horror picks up on it and transforms it into something we can look at directly. You can trace history through horror. From Cold War paranoia in alien invasion flicks to modern fears about identity, surveillance, or climate change, horror is always paying attention. It's like the genre is constantly asking, what are we really afraid of right now? And then answering with a story that gets under your skin in exactly the right way. And honestly, part of why horror is so important is because it doesn't flinch. It doesn't look away when things get dark. It sits with the discomfort. That's rare. A lot of stories, especially in mainstream media, try to sanitize or soften things. But horror says, no, let's talk about it. Let's sit in the shadows for a while and see what's really there. That kind of honesty can be brutal, but it's also healing. There's a strange kind of beauty in the way horror acknowledges our deepest fears, not to mock them, but to understand them, to feel them fully. And if you've ever connected with other horror fans, you know how passionate the community is. Horror people are some of the most welcoming, thoughtful, and enthusiastic fans out there. We get excited about practical effects, weird folklore, deep-cut indie films, and those haunting moments that stay with you for days. There's a real love for storytelling in horror, not just scares, but meaning. And that's something worth celebrating.
Somebody sent those things here to get us.
think I can get it to go down.
Do we want to go down?
So if horror has ever helped you feel seen or helped you feel something in a world that sometimes feels numb, you're not alone. This genre has room for all of us: the anxious, the curious, the dreamers, and the ones who know what it's like to carry fear around in their bones.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
It came out of the smoke. Locusts upon the earth.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps out. Subscribe for more horror deep dives, creepy commentary, and everything that goes bump in the night. And let me know in the comments, what does horror mean to you? What's the story that stuck with you long after the credits rolled? Thanks for watching, and remember, fear isn't the enemy. It's part of the story.